In Ahmedabad's Galaxy Coral Society, life looked perfect. Prosperous families, close-knit neighbours and a sense of safety. Sailesh Prajapati was the embodiment of this ideal, a successful businessman, loving husband and respected community member. He and his partner, Nitin Prajapati, were more like brothers than colleagues, their families inseparable. Festivals, celebrations and daily life revolved around trust and friendship. Sailesh's wife Sharda was seen as the devoted homemaker, their children thriving in comfort. From the outside, the Prajapati family was a model of happiness. But beneath the surface, darkness was brewing. Sailesh trusted Sharda and Nitin completely. His world was built on these bonds. He never imagined betrayal could come from within. Yet danger often hides behind familiar faces. For Sailesh, the threat wasn't a stranger. It was someone close, waiting for the right moment. Life in Galaxy Coral continued, seemingly untouched by crime or betrayal. Children played, families gathered, and everyone felt secure. But the storm was gathering, unseen. Sailesh believed he had no enemies. He couldn't see the tragedy about to unfold. A plan born of jealousy and greed. Soon, the peace of Galaxy Coral would be shattered. The perfect life was about to become a headline. The stage was set for a crime that would shock the entire community. And it all began behind the curtains of a happy family portrait. June 24th, 2022 started like any other for Sailesh Prajapati. He left for his usual morning walk, unaware it would be his last. The streets were quiet, the air fresh, routine, safe. Suddenly, a white Maruti eco-van appeared, swerving directly at him. There was no time to react. The van struck Sailesh with brutal force and sped away, leaving him unconscious on the pavement. The silence of the morning was shattered. Neighbours and a security guard rushed to help, finding Sailesh bleeding and unresponsive. An ambulance was called. The police were notified. News spread quickly. Sailesh had been hit in a supposed accident. He was rushed to the hospital, but his injuries were fatal. The initial police report called it a hit and run. It seemed like a tragic random event. The family and community mourned, believing it was a senseless accident, but the truth was far more sinister. The police began searching for the van, thinking it was reckless driving. Sharda and Nitin appeared devastated. No one suspected this was anything more than a tragedy. But soon, the real story would begin to surface. In the days after Sailesh's death, the official story was a hit and run. The community grieved, and the police searched for a driver. Sharda and Nitin played their roles as devastated family. But whispers of doubt began to spread. Why did the accident happen so close to home, on Sailesh's usual route? The van hadn't slowed down. It seemed deliberate. Some neighbours felt uneasy, sensing something was off. The police struggled to find the van among thousands in Ahmedabad. Oddly, Sharda and Nitin didn't push for answers. Then a breakthrough, a nearby CCTV camera had captured the incident. The footage sat in evidence, initially seen as proof of a hit and run. But soon it would reveal much more. The seeds of doubt were about to grow. The community's quiet suspicions were about to explode. The truth was waiting in a few frames of video. Justice for Sailesh was about to become a rallying cry. The turning point came from the internet, not the police. Someone leaked the CCTV footage on social media. The video was shocking. The van's turn was deliberate, not accidental. It looked like murder, not a mishap. The clip went viral, sparking outrage across Ahmedabad. Social media users became detectives, dissecting every frame. "This is a planned murder," people wrote. The public consensus was clear. This was no accident. Pressure mounted on the police to act. Hashtags like #JusticeForSailesh trended, demanding answers. The viral video forced authorities to reopen the case as a murder investigation. The crime branch took over, tasked with uncovering the truth. The power of social media had transformed the case. Now, the police weren't looking for a reckless driver. They were hunting a killer. The video had exposed a dark conspiracy. The investigation was back on, with the world watching. The community demanded justice, and the police had to deliver. The case was no longer just a local tragedy, it was a public reckoning. With murder now suspected, The crime branch started from scratch. They focused on Sailesh's inner circle, where motives often hide. Call records revealed frequent late-night conversations between Sharda and Nitin. This raised red flags. Further digging showed they were also in contact with known criminals. Why would a grieving widow and a business partner talk to such people? The theory of a simple accident collapsed. The police discreetly questioned neighbours and relatives. Rumours of an affair between Sharda and Nitin were confirmed. The motive was clear: love, betrayal and greed. The perfect family image was a lie. The investigation shifted from accident to conspiracy. The police were closing in on the truth. The web of deceit was unravelling. The real story was darker than anyone imagined. The affair between Sharda and Nitin changed everything. They were the two people Sailesh trusted most. Their secret relationship provided a powerful motive for murder. Divorce wasn't an option. They wanted everything: each other, the business, the money. The police pieced together their betrayal through calls and secret meetings. Sharda and Nitin plotted Sailesh's death to clear their path. The community was shocked as the truth emerged. The grieving widow and loyal friend were exposed as conspirators. Their public mourning was an act to hide their crime. The viral footage and police work had uncovered their secret. Now, the motive and the plan were clear. The story of a perfect family was shattered. The community's trust was destroyed. The investigation had found its answer. The betrayal was complete. Justice was now within reach. With motive established, the police traced the execution of the plan. Sharda and Nitin had hired contract killers using contacts found in their call records. Nitin arranged the deal, paying 10 lakh rupees for the murder. The plan? Make it look like a road accident. Nitin provided the killers with Sailesh's routine and route. The killers, led by Yasin Karnio, acquired the white eco-van. On June 24th, they waited for Sailesh, then struck him down as planned. They fled, confident their crime would be seen as an accident. Sharda and Nitin acted shocked, maintaining their alibis. For days, the plan worked, until the CCTV footage surfaced. The killers underestimated technology and public scrutiny. Their perfect crime began to unravel. The police now had a clear trail from the masterminds to the hired hands. The conspiracy was exposed. Justice was closing in. Once identified, the police quickly tracked down Yasin and his gang. Special teams used surveillance and intelligence to make swift arrests. Confronted with evidence, the killers confessed. They detailed the payment, planning, and Nitin's involvement. The confession linked the killers directly to Sharda and Nitin. The police arrested the masterminds on July 1st, 2022. The community was stunned. The grieving widow and friend were now accused murderers. The white eco-van was recovered, sealing the case. The investigation had come full circle, from accident to murder, from suspicion to confession. The roles were clear: Sharda and Nitin, the masterminds; Yasin and his gang, the executioners. The web of lies had collapsed. Justice was finally within reach. The truth could no longer be hidden. Sharda, Nitin and the killers now await trial in jail. The police have filed a detailed charge sheet, backed by confessions, CCTV and call records. The community waits for justice, still reeling from the betrayal. The case is a chilling reminder. Sometimes the greatest danger comes from those we trust most. Social media played a crucial role. Without the viral video, the truth might have stayed buried. Ordinary citizens demanded answers and forced action. The story of Sailesh Prajapati is a cautionary tale about trust, greed and betrayal. The piece of galaxy coral was shattered, leaving scars that may never heal. As the trial continues, the community hopes for closure. The tragedy serves as a warning: be careful who you trust. Justice is still being sought for Sailesh and his loved ones. The pursuit of truth continues. Be alert, be Savdhan.